Ever wonder why we hunt for eggs on Easter? Is it because bunnies have suddenly taken up poultry farming? Or are we all just really into protein? Welcome to our exceptional discussion about Easter traditions. We've hopped around the globe, dug into centuries of history, and cracked open some fascinating facts. All to answer that burning question, why are we so excited about Easter? Let's start with that age-old Easter tradition, the egg hunt. It's like a scavenger hunt, but instead of treasure, you're looking for something that could very well end up in your breakfast omelette. The tradition of hunting for Easter eggs actually goes back centuries, to a time when eggs were considered a symbol of new life and rebirth. So the next time you're elbowing past a 5-year-old to grab that pastel-painted egg, remember, you're not being competitive, you're participating in a time-honored tradition. Output. Now, let's hop over to the White House. Yes, even they get into the Easter spirit. They've been rolling eggs on their lawn since 1878. But this year, they've stirred up a bit of controversy with their annual transgender message during Easter. And no, it has nothing to do with the Easter Bunny's gender identity, so you can put your pitchforks down. Speaking of bunnies, why is a rabbit the mascot for Easter? Perhaps it's because they're cute, fluffy, and have an uncanny ability to multiply, much like the number of chocolate eggs we consume over the Easter weekend. In other news, the Galveston-Houston Archdiocese has confirmed 758 adults. That's a lot of people giving up chocolate for Lent. But remember, it's not about how many chocolate eggs you can resist during Lent, it's totally about how many chocolate eggs you can resist. Now let's turn to the Pope. You know, the guy with the big hat. He's calling for peace during Easter. A noble sentiment indeed. But let's be honest, the only peace we're interested in is a piece of that chocolate Easter egg. And finally, we turn to St. John Chrysostom. His Easter reflections emphasize forgiveness and celebration for all, regardless of Lenten observances. So, even if you've spent the last 40 days gorging on chocolate, you're still invited to the party. Now, as we wrap up this extraordinary journey through Easter traditions, let's end on a humorous note. Here's an Easter joke for you. Why did the Easter egg hide? Because it was a little chicken. Remember, folks, Easter is a time for renewal, rebirth, and a ridiculous amount of chocolate. So go forth, hunt those eggs, and eat that chocolate. It's not just a sweet treat, it's a centuries-old tradition. Happy Easter!